Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. In this video, we're going to show you how to troubleshoot the top 5 reasons why your refrigerator door won't open or close. Stick around to the end of the video for an important tip that can help save you money. But before we begin, we're going to make sure the appliance is unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the water supply underneath the sink. The first thing we need to look at are the door closure cams. They're what the door rides on when it opens and closes. Door closure cams come in various designs. They're usually made out of plastic and have an upper and lower cam. They provide a smooth surface for the door to ride on and help it stay open and closed. If your refrigerator has them, the lower one is usually mounted on the lower door hinge and the upper one is mounted on the door. If the cams are cracked or damaged, they may bind up and the door won't open or close. You'll probably also hear a plastic on plastic grinding noise. Check to see if there's any damage or wear, but chances are, if they're binding up, then at least one of them has gone bad. Sometimes they're sold individually or as a set, but it's recommended that you change them both out at the same time because you don't want to mix an old part with a new one. If you need to order a part, simply go to AppliancePartsPros.com and type in your model number. Find your part on the easy-to-read diagrams and match it to the number below. Click on the part if you want to see more pictures of the item or watch its repair video. You can also scroll down to see DIY stories from customers like you or ask a question in the Q&A section. Once you're ready, you can add the part to your cart. It's that easy. Most orders will arrive within 2 business days. Now we're going to check the drawer gears. They allow the freezer door to open and close smoothly. The drawer gears consist of 2 gears mounted on a rod that ride on a gear track. Some are sold individually and others come as a set. On bottom mount freezers, they're located at the back of the freezer drawer rails. Usually there's one on each side. If the door is binding up when you try to open and close it, the gears may be damaged, so remove the freezer basket, inspect the gears, and replace as needed. Next, we're going to look at the door closure levers and cams. They help with the auto opening and closing of the door. Door closure levers and cams allow the door to open and close properly. The door closures are usually made up of a lever and a cam. They work together, but they're sold separately. The lever is usually mounted on the cabinet, and the cam is mounted on the door. Depending upon your refrigerator's design, they could be mounted on the top or the bottom of the cabinet. The function of the levers and cams is to automatically hold the door in the open position and also to help close the door as you swing it shut. Because they're not mounted on the hinge pin, if they fail, they won't prevent the door from opening and closing, but you'll lose the automatic door open and close function. Once you locate them, inspect them for any damage and replace any parts that have failed. As always, guys, hit those like and subscribe buttons now to help support us making more of these videos. Now we're going to check out the door hinge bushings. They allow the door to ride smoothly on the hinges. There are a lot of different designs of door hinge bushings, but they all do the same thing. They provide a smooth surface for the door to ride on. Depending upon your refrigerator design, they can be used on any door hinge that doesn't have a cam. If the door is binding up or is loose on the hinge pin, depending upon which bushing is bad, you may have to remove the door hinge to inspect it. If it's damaged, you'll have to replace it. Last thing to look at are the door gaskets. They seal the refrigerator doors. They usually have one flat side with a magnet, while the other side has a rib that mounts it to the door. They seal the door when closed to keep the warm air out and the cold air in. The gaskets are mounted on the outer edge of the door. If the door isn't opening and closing properly, it could be that the gasket is either really dirty, especially along the bottom, or it's deformed and not allowing the door to open and close properly. Inspect the door gaskets and clean them if needed. Sometimes the gaskets can get deformed, usually on the hinge side, so you might be able to use a hairdryer to heat up the gasket and reform it. It's rare, but sometimes the magnet inside the door gasket can fail and the magnet just won't hold on to the cabinet anymore. You should feel the magnet hold as you start to open the door, and it should hold on to the cabinet when you close the door. If the magnet is failing, the door gasket is damaged, or it's so badly deformed that you can't get it straightened out to allow the door to open and close properly, then you'll have to replace it. Now here's that money-saving tip we mentioned earlier. If your freezer compartment isn't getting as cold as they used to, and your ice cream's getting soft, it could be that your condenser coils are dirty. Dirty coils can cause the freezer to run warmer than normal if the condenser and other components are covered in dust and pet hair. Dust and pet hair can insulate the coils, preventing them from working efficiently. This can also make the refrigerator run more and cause wear and tear to those components. Keeping the coils clean can improve your refrigerator's efficiency by 30%, so doing this can save you money on your electric bill and future repair costs. In order to clean them, you'll have to pull the refrigerator out and remove the rear access panel. Then carefully clean the coils. Keep in mind that some may be accessed from the front. You may have to use a condenser cleaning brush to reach in there. Also, while you're back there, clean the compressor, condenser motor and fan blade, and wipe down everything else. Be sure you're careful not to damage anything, and make sure you do this at least once a year. Once you take care of the problem, you can plug the appliance in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another troubleshooting video brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons now, and if you have any questions or want to share how your repair went, leave a comment down below.